Okay, we are we are live. Um, good afternoon, everybody. Um, I need to change this. This needs to be. Let's see. Let some folks get dialed in. Um, Tune in here. Let me know where you're at in the chat, where you're watching from, and we'll go over some of the bigger some of the big news of the storm track shifting here this weekend. Kind of the trends, the changes in the data here over the course of the last 36 to 48 hours has been um, interesting to say the least. It just this happens sometimes. Good afternoon. Um, yeah, so uh, we will. I'm just looking to share this post real quick, and then I will get up and running here. Just a moment. Here we go. Do me a favor, share this with your friends, repost it, tag a friend. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel, YouTube channel, if you're not already. Um, and again, we'll get right into the updates today. Good afternoon, Dave, John, Monique. Lovely day in Fairland. All right. Good afternoon, everybody over there on YouTube. We appreciate you guys tuning in for sure. Kim, how you doing? Awesome, guys. So, yeah, as you all know, we've been obviously watching the forecast very closely for the potential of, um, a snow this weekend. And what I want to show you is some of the trends and the data right now, some of the latest forecast thoughts. This right here is a blend of weather models that we use in our platform called Clarity. And what we do is we look at a number of different weather models that try to help us come up with the outcome of things when models are all over the place, right? When we have several different possible solutions. And what we've noticed is the morning data in today has shifted north and northwest rather dramatically. And so for that, what's happening is we're going to start seeing these totals here probably back off and shift north and west out of the Ohio Valley. Probably rather quickly. What I would like to show you real quick is a couple of other different forecast models. Um, we'll share this tab instead. This is the American model, the morning run of the GFS weather model, and I'm going to show you actually this version here, the Kuchera method. But you can see in this particular run here, the majority of the heaviest snow is certainly out of the uh, out of the Ohio Valley here in this particular run. In fact, I'm going to do something real quick just so I can make sure I am. Um, let's go here real quick. Sorry, guys, I'm just getting my bearings together. But what you can see is, again, if I look at, let's say, a run, the overnight run, which was the 6Z, it was a little bit further south. The 0Z before that was even further south. But here's what's interesting about the GFS in general. It's fascinating really to watch this model be as bad as it is, because 12Z yesterday, it didn't even have a storm. Like it was almost, it had nothing. And then all of a sudden, this was 24 hours ago, by the way. Then all of a sudden, it tried to pick up yesterday afternoon, and then last night, voila, boom, it had this huge storm. And now you come back to it this morning, and you're back to this. So, in generally, at this distance, at 120 hours out, generally you don't have that much discrepancy or a major shift in the storm system in and of itself. But nonetheless, that's what we've seen here. And I kind of want to show you what I'm talking about here real quick. That's fascinating. I'll show you the GFS. We'll show this tab instead. This is the trend from basically our. Let's try to load that again. See if I can. From hour 144 to hour 114. So basically, day 5 into day 4, not very many different runs here, just a few different runs, maybe 5 runs. Look at where the storm was in the southwestern US, and then how all of a sudden it's corrected to now having a storm system, voila, out of nowhere coming across Illinois. So my point is that we've seen some abrupt changes um, in the data in and of itself, suggesting big shifts northward. Um, and here's the deal. This kind of leads me into some things I would like to talk about in today's live stream, and that is, when we look at social media in general and where it has gone in the last really 2 years. We've seen a huge uptick in accounts we have very big concerns with about trusting if anything that they say is even remotely close to true. We have watched people post the craziest outcomes, talk about the most dangerous setups. You don't know what's real anymore. You don't know if you can trust the next guy anymore. And I say all that to say that we're coming into a time where I feel as if our organization is going to start to pull back from social media. We are going to start to kind of dwindle our presence in these times. And I say that because the back and forth nastiness that has arisen here in the last couple of years has really made this something that is no longer really that enjoyable, right? And I told my team, I said, I'm going to come on here and speak my mind. We come on here, we post maps, we put forecasts out, and people just get nasty. And there's 36,000 other Facebook pages that can post weather maps of the worst possible outcomes or the biggest. There's people out there that'll drag you through the mud. You got people in the comments that go back and forth. And it's one of those things where it's like, at what point do we continue to run this play? And so we're going to kind of largely start shifting a little bit away from this. And I'll kind of communicate that in the days and weeks ahead on how we're going to do that. The best way you can all stay up to date with what we're doing is through Clarity. We've invested years and literally millions of dollars into the Clarity platform for you to get all of the information from us that you could possibly ever want. Videos, nowcast, forecast insights, nowcast updates, anything you could really ever imagine. That's what Clarity's for. And so the days of me coming on and just updating everybody and going back and forth, or we're going to kind of start to maybe pull back from that a little bit. We're going to keep you posted throughout the remainder of the season, I think, as much as possible. But just something that I would wanted to communicate more so with you all. You guys, a lot of you have been following and watching for many years, and really appreciate you all more than for sure. But there just comes points in times where it's like, man, it gets exhausting arguing with people about how a weather model changes, right? And so I think, just to put this into perspective for you, one thing that I absolutely am passionate about is making sure people understand the truth about weather and the truth about how it's forecasted and how it impacts organizations and people all across the world. And I think that our passion to that can continue in some fashion, but just wanted to share that with you all. So here's what I'd like to do for the remainder of this live. Okay. What I'd like to do is show you kind of our updated thought processes, right? And what we're thinking with this upcoming system, because we don't want to leave anybody hanging, right? We want to, it's nothing like that in terms of just not giving you any information whatsoever. but I would like to at least give you the latest in terms of what I believe is probably going to be the outcome for this storm system. Just looking at trends, looking at data, it's these things are this storm has again taken significant jogs to the north, and you can see that here in this particular map. This is the latest European weather model here. You can see just how substantially further north it has gone. And all the models this morning have kind of shifted to that. And nonetheless, it's still putting out some really impressive totals over a period of, say, 138 hours, even if we go to a 10-to-1 ratio, where these numbers are probably a little bit more realistic even. What you're noticing is there's still some impressive snowfall numbers to be had across Iowa, northern Illinois, Wisconsin, and into western Michigan. Some of that also being lake enhanced. But nonetheless, the significant trends and changes here in the last 24 hours have been noted and continue to occur, even with the runs coming in now. So is it possible this stuff comes back south and brings everybody back into it all the way down to Indianapolis? I mean, I don't really think so. But you can't say anything is completely off the table. But it's just not really likely at this point, in my opinion. What I'm going to do real quick is show you another um, view here of model trends, so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. We'll go over here. I'll share this tab instead. We'll go to the European, and again, just to get you an idea, we'll go out through Monday morning, okay, which is right here, and I want you to see the trend and the data for the snowfall in general and what it's saying for who's going to get how much. And you can kind of watch remarkably how this model has trended. We'll go to a model trend loop here and what it has done and the differences for the forecast. All right, watch this. You can just see the dramatic shifts in the data, right? Just from even at some point not having storms. And this is only catching the 12Z. I'm not actually getting the off hour runs, the 6Z run. I want to show you the 6Z run from Monday morning. I believe that's the one. If I can pull that up, because that one was, yeah, look at that one. Do you see how far south that run was? Right. So we've had runs where, they were substantially further south. And they we've seen the trends north come in. So these are perfect examples of why this stuff is becoming so so I'm so disinterested in doing these. But comments like these are like, I have no energy for people like this anymore. So it's like, I appreciate, you're here and you're commenting and everything. I think that, it's just something else. But hey, real quick, I do want to say that we are streaming right now and this season because of our friends at Custom Restoration, and they are sponsoring our streams here out of Indianapolis. These are awesome dudes. Met this guy on a golf course. He's passionate about his business, loves BAM weather. They do all kinds of stuff, water mitigation, fire damage restoration, storm damage restoration, you name it, they do it. Find them on Facebook, visit them, custom.us here in Indianapolis. Check them out if you need anything, restoration work done, you name it. Check these guys out. Let them know you saw them on BAM Weather. Like them over on their Facebook page. Follow their social medias. Those are great folks over there. So, yeah, guys, that's kind of the update this afternoon. I will tell you that we do have our Black Friday sale right now, and I can tell you confidently that a lot of our live streaming coverage that you get from me, that you've gotten from me for 14 years, is probably going to largely shift to the Clarity platform through the client base. You can access that right now for very little money. That sale's going on. No shame in my game. It ain't free, and I ain't doing it for free. So you can sign up for Clarity Home, and you can come and watch our team of meteorologists, expert meteorologists, keep you posted throughout this stuff like you wouldn't believe. And that is where it's at. We will send you a link right to your phone that we are live on a private stream, and you can come and watch it there. And you don't have the back and forth BS that you get from people like my friend Joe here earlier, who was just such a pleasure to deal with on a live stream for free. So with that said, that's where we're moving to. I would seriously take advantage of the Clarity sale right now, because it's there's a great deal on it. I mean, it's just very cheap right now, and you're going to want to take advantage of that with the sale going on. So I'm going to throw the QR code there, and as we progress through the season, I'm just telling you that the coverage and the lives are going to continue to probably dwindle that are free, and go to the Clarity packages. If you're in Clarity, I mean, it's such an incredible platform that you would be crazy to miss it. Again, it's just been years and years of R&D, research and development, and investments into this platform that has everything you could ever want. All right. Not to mention some of the coolest stuff in the world that I think is the coolest stuff in the world anyways, is the ability to like go in and check out what the pavement forecast is for these locations, right? Do you treat? What's the temperature going to be? What's the probability of accumulating snow? You name it. There's just this platform has endless data and information. And at the end of the day, you can chat with a meteorologist and ask us questions if you have them. So now's a great opportunity to access that. So you can check it out for yourself, and you can talk to us, and you'll find us. You'll find us there. So just something to keep in mind. We appreciate you all. I'm not just going to turn off the comments. I'm not going to continue to deal with it. It's a little bit beyond that. So what you see with me is what you get. All right. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It's beyond savable at this point. In fact, I think he's watching. Brian is in here. My business partner's in here. And the other day he sent a video to our staff about a crane getting blown over at the Tennessee Titans stadium. And we're like, good God, from wind gusts. And we come to find out the video's fake. Like, it looks real. And it's like, wow, how do we help these guys? We need to figure out, how wind gusts blew their crane over. Well, it's AI, it's fake. This morning there's fake stuff going on about Coach Signetti from IU suspending players. It's not real, it's fake. You've got model runs putting 35 inches of snow down across 17 states. It's not real. It's fake. And so combating that is gotten to the point where we're taking our services to a professional platform with professional people who are experts at what they do. And you are going to get all of this nonstop forever. And these lives, they'll transition to those. You'll get a little notification to your phone, and you just click on it and you watch it. So right now, a lot of people are asking me about pricing. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know what the hell the price is. Let me see if I can pull it up. Let's see. $59 here. I'm pulling it up. Okay, I got it right here. I found the link. Thank you, Lauren. A lot of people are asking to get our live streams, to get our forecast updates, to get the stuff from our meteorologists, to get everything. It starts at $59 at 40% off right now. You can get the pro package for $417. Scan the QR code on the screen. You're more than welcome to come check it out. So I do plan on coming on and doing some more lives. I do plan on pimping out, promoting my partners over there at Custom Restoration. They are sponsoring these. We're going to make sure commitments, people, things are taken care of. You better believe it, absolutely. But I will say that I am making a transition away from so much time spent on these platforms. So I actually think that you can get life-saving information from us on a stream on demand for 16 cents a day. That's what it comes out to right now. That's 16 pennies a day, and you can come and find us on lives now cast to your phone. So yeah, it's paid. It is what it is. That's what we're doing. So for those of you tuning in, I'll wrap this up. Yes, the storm system has shifted about 600 miles north and west over the last 36 to 48 hours. If you were watching here just a little bit ago, I shared this screen right here that showed the model output from yesterday morning. You can see that right there. Now what I'll show you is the latest model output from this morning, and you can see what it's done there. It's just been a dramatic shift. And this happens. This is not, I know a lot of people think that, oh, you guys are this, that, and the other. Listen, I think that, what you have to understand is the complexities and the difficulties of forecasting weather at, especially when we've only had 4 inches or more of snow late November, I think maybe 2 times in history, maybe 1966 and 1975, if my memory serves me correctly. So you're also getting into times where you're trying to predict unprecedented weather patterns that don't normally happen. So seeing these shifts is not totally out of the realm of, possibilities. So that's my update for today. That's the thought process. Snow's shifting north. If you want to continue to get a lot of our live streaming coverage as the winter goes on, and I think we're going to have a lot of this, you are going to want to take advantage of our holiday sale that's going to go through Monday of next week. And you're going to be able to get these notifications sent to your phone. Clarity's anywhere in the United States, anywhere, no matter where you live. If there's severe weather going on, snowstorms, whatever, you name it, we will be covering it live for you through the platform. So thank you all for watching. Appreciate you guys. We'll be back tomorrow night, 8:00. We're going to do a little bit of a little podcast format. Do some whiskey, a cigar, and some talk about some weather in general, and a little bit more about kind of BAM behind the scenes as we start to make some of these transitions. So appreciate y'all. Thanks for watching.